Hey Bougie click. Do you know someone that suffers from uglyism? Some people have to face the reality that they might not fit conventional beauty standards, but that doesn't mean that they should bully or hate women that do. In life, certain people do get more privileges based on their looks. However, in today's day and age, there are countless ways to enhance your appearance if you want to be considered more beautiful. But remember, no number of changes will ever make you better than the girl who was born with it. Just like short men have to accept their height and humble themselves, women should be able to do the same when it comes to being less attractive than others. And let's be real, not every woman can get Brad Pitt or Idris Elba, and that's okay. There is someone for everybody. Stay tuned as we explore this topic and discuss how to embrace your true self while fostering kindness and respect for others. Uglyism Unveiled. Sometimes you are unattractive to the man you want. Uglyism refers to prejudice or discrimination against people perceived as unattractive or ugly, often stemming from not being attractive to the person they are attracted to or to those from whom they wish to receive privileges. This bias can lead to social exclusion, negative stereotypes, and unfair treatment in aspects like work, education, and relationships. A productive approach to counter this bias is to surround yourself with people who value and celebrate you, and to seek out environments where you are truly appreciated. Attraction is subjective and deeply personal. It's not about being universally unattractive, but rather about individual preferences and chemistry. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, we may not align with the specific tastes of the person we desire. This can be a tough pill to swallow, but it's important to remember that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Embracing our unique qualities and finding someone who appreciates them is key to building a fulfilling relationship. After all, true connection goes beyond physical appearance and delves into the deeper aspects of who we are. Embracing reality, understanding uglyism and finding happiness. In a world that often emphasizes physical appearance, the concept of uglyism can be a harsh reality for many. While it may seem disheartening, acknowledging and accepting one's level of attractiveness can lead to a more fulfilling and happy life. The reality of attraction. It's a universal truth that not everyone will find you attractive. Attraction is subjective, and what one person finds appealing, another may not. This disparity can be particularly evident in romantic pursuits, where the person you are interested in may not reciprocate your feelings. It's important to understand that this is a natural part of human interaction and not a reflection of your worth. Acceptance and happiness. One of the keys to happiness is acceptance. By recognizing and accepting our level of attractiveness, we can avoid the pitfalls of delusion and unrealistic expectations. This doesn't mean settling for less, but rather understanding that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Just because one person doesn't find us attractive doesn't mean we are unattractive to everyone. There is indeed someone for everyone, and embracing this can lead to more genuine and fulfilling relationships. Beyond isms. I do not believe in isms like texturism, featureism, or colorism because I see all kinds of women in relationships. Beauty standards are diverse and ever-changing. People find love and connection regardless of societal biases. So, while societal standards exist, they do not define our ability to find meaningful relationships. The power of change. If you are unhappy with your appearance, change is always an option. Whether it's through makeup, grooming, fashion, fitness, or other means, enhancing your appearance can boost your confidence and how you feel about yourself. All of us weren't born with it, sometimes it's Maybelline. Embracing self-improvement doesn't mean conforming to societal standards but rather finding what makes you feel beautiful and confident. The dynamics of bullying and pretty privilege. It's not uncommon for those who feel marginalized by uglyism to harbor resentment towards those with pretty privilege. This can sometimes manifest as bullying or negative behavior towards individuals who are perceived as more attractive. This dynamic often stems from feelings of inadequacy and the societal pressure to conform to certain beauty standards. However, instead of succumbing to negativity, it can be more beneficial to seek advice and inspiration from those who possess the qualities you admire. People with pretty privilege often have valuable insights into grooming, fashion, and self-care routines that can help you elevate your appearance. Learning from their experiences can provide practical tips and boost your confidence. The subjectivity of attraction. When we delve deeper, we realize that uglyism is often about not being attractive to the person we are attracted to. This perspective shifts the focus from a universal standard of beauty to the subjective nature of attraction. Attraction is inherently subjective. What one person finds attractive, another may not. This subjectivity means that no one is universally unattractive. Each individual has unique preferences shaped by personal experiences, cultural background, and individual tastes. Therefore, while one person may not find us attractive, another might see us as the epitome of beauty. Finding love across all walks of life. People from all walks of life find love, including those with disabilities and deformities. This reality underscores the idea that attraction goes beyond physical appearance. Emotional connection, shared values, and mutual respect play significant roles in forming romantic relationships. The diversity of couples we see around us is a testament to the fact that love is not confined to conventional standards of beauty. The impact of uglyism. Uglyism can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt, especially when we face rejection from those we are attracted to. However, it's crucial to remember that this rejection is not a reflection of our worth. Instead, it highlights the subjective nature of attraction. By understanding this, we can navigate the complexities of romantic relationships with greater resilience and self-assurance. Embracing individuality. One of the most empowering realizations is that we do not need to conform to societal standards of beauty to find love and happiness. Embracing our individuality and unique qualities can attract those who appreciate us for who we are. Confidence, kindness, and authenticity are often more attractive than physical appearance alone. The power of mutual attraction. One effective way to combat the bias of uglyism is to focus on those who appreciate you and seek environments where you are celebrated. This approach not only fosters self-acceptance but also leads to more fulfilling relationships and a happier life. One of the most empowering ways to combat uglyism is by embracing mutual attraction. Instead of fixating on those who may not reciprocate your feelings, focus on individuals who genuinely appreciate and are attracted to you. This shift in perspective can significantly enhance your self-esteem and overall happiness. When you invest your energy in people who value you, you create a positive feedback loop that reinforces your self-worth. Seeking celebratory environments. Another key strategy is to place yourself in environments where you are celebrated. Surrounding yourself with supportive and appreciative people can have a profound impact on your self-perception. These environments can include social circles, communities, or activities where your unique qualities are recognized and valued. By being in spaces that celebrate you, you can counteract the negative effects of uglyism and build a stronger sense of self. The importance of self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is a crucial component in combating uglyism. By acknowledging and embracing your unique qualities, you can develop a more positive self-image. This doesn't mean ignoring areas where you might want to improve, but rather recognizing that your worth is not solely defined by your appearance. Self-acceptance allows you to approach relationships and social interactions with confidence and authenticity. Building genuine connections. Focusing on mutual attraction and celebratory environments helps in building genuine connections. Relationships based on mutual appreciation and respect are more likely to be fulfilling and long-lasting. These connections provide emotional support and validation, which are essential for combating the negative effects of uglyism. By nurturing these relationships, you create a network of support that reinforces your value and worth. People who suffer from uglyism or discrimination based on perceived unattractiveness might become bullies as a way to cope with their own insecurities and negative experiences. This behavior can stem from a desire to regain a sense of control and power in social situations where they feel marginalized. Bullying others can provide a temporary boost to their self-esteem by making them feel superior or more accepted within certain social circles. Additionally, they might have experienced bullying themselves and are perpetuating the cycle as a learned behavior. Because of this, pretty privileged women need to be careful when befriending women who suffer from uglyism. If a woman cannot accept her level of attractiveness, this can sometimes lead to toxic dynamics. This friend might constantly compare herself to you, leading to feelings of jealousy and competition rather than support and camaraderie. They might try to manipulate situations to their advantage, such as spreading rumors or creating conflicts to undermine your confidence. The relationship can become emotionally draining if the friend frequently seeks validation or reassurance, putting a strain on your mental well-being. They might not respect your boundaries, constantly seeking attention or involvement in your personal life in ways that feel intrusive. They could also subtly or overtly undermine your achievements or relationships, making you feel less valued or supported. The dynamics of uglyism and pretty privilege in relationships. The concepts of uglyism and pretty privilege play significant roles in shaping social interactions and relationships. These dynamics can create complex social scenarios, particularly in the realm of romantic relationships. One such scenario involves women who suffer from uglyism befriending women with pretty privilege, sometimes with the intention of stealing their boyfriends or getting their leftover men. The impact of pretty privilege. Pretty privilege can open doors and create opportunities that might otherwise be inaccessible. Attractive individuals often receive more positive attention, are perceived as more competent, and enjoy greater social and professional advantages. This privilege extends to romantic relationships, where attractive women may find it easier to attract and retain partners. However, this privilege can also lead to superficial relationships and jealousy from those who feel marginalized by their lack of conventional beauty. The role of uglyism. Women who suffer from uglyism often face social exclusion and lower self-esteem due to societal standards of beauty. This exclusion can drive them to seek validation and acceptance in various ways, including forming friendships with women who possess pretty privilege. These friendships can provide access to social circles and opportunities that might otherwise be out of reach. However, the underlying motivations for these friendships can sometimes be complex and multifaceted. Befriending for strategic gains. In some cases, women who experience uglyism may befriend women with pretty privilege with the intention of gaining access to their social networks and romantic partners. This strategy can be driven by a desire to improve their own social standing or to find romantic opportunities that they believe are otherwise unattainable. By aligning themselves with attractive women, they may hope to benefit from the halo effect, where positive traits are attributed to them by association. The dynamics of romantic relationships. The dynamics of romantic relationships can be particularly affected by these interactions. Women with pretty privilege may attract a larger pool of potential partners, some of whom may be pursued by their less attractive friends. In some cases, these friends may attempt to steal boyfriends or pursue men who are no longer in relationships with their attractive friends. This behavior can stem from a combination of jealousy, competition, and a desire to prove their own worth. They often use promiscuity, advertising themselves as more sexually open by offering to do things pretty women won't, in an effort to steal their man. Women who feel unattractive may seek validation through sexual attention from men. By being promiscuous, they might believe they can compensate for their perceived lack of beauty. This behavior, however, often leads to further emotional distress and a cycle of seeking validation in unhealthy ways, because even though a man might sleep with you, that doesn't mean he will take you seriously. While this may be hard to hear, a pretty woman can be promiscuous and still be taken seriously, while a woman who suffers from uglyism won't be. Ethical considerations and consequences. While the motivations behind these actions can be understood, they raise ethical questions about the nature of friendships and relationships. Using friendships as a means to an end can lead to feelings of betrayal and mistrust. Additionally, pursuing romantic relationships based on strategic gains rather than genuine connections can result in unfulfilling and unstable partnerships. One monkey doesn't stop the show. In another video, I talked about how I was labeled promiscuous in high school just because I was pretty and how it affected me negatively. However, when I got older, those toxic labels didn't affect me as much, which made the jealous women who started those rumors very mad. In high school, social circles are smaller and more insular, leading to intense scrutiny and gossip. A pretty woman labeled as promiscuous might face harsh judgment and social ostracism, usually from jealous women. When you are in high school, having a lot of friends is everything, but as an adult, it's more about quality. Popularity is valued in high school, so a woman that is being shunned and bullied by her female peers is less likely to get male attention. So, once I was labeled, I still got attention from boys, but it was more discreet because they did not want to be bullied as well. The girls at my school were like Regina George but ugly. Popularity in high school isn't solely based on looks, things like being rich, being in clubs, being on sports teams, or in other groups, and having permissive parents who let you do whatever you want to, add to it. However, I managed to date boys from different schools who were unaware of those rumors. This made my bullies even more mad because their goal was to make me feel ugly like them by keeping me from dating, but I was still able to get an attractive boyfriend despite the lies they told about me. Being labeled promiscuous in high school can severely impact your reputation, affecting friendships and social standing. This can lead to emotional distress and a negative self-image. Teenagers often lack the maturity to understand the complexities of human behavior, leading to more rigid and judgmental attitudes. Honestly, the girls at my school who bullied me only had boyfriends because they were promiscuous. Two of them, who were sisters, had a mother that allowed boys to visit and spend the night. But their boyfriends were constantly cheating and trying to cheat with more attractive women, which is why they hated me because their boyfriends didn't. As adults, social circles expand, and people generally become more accepting and less judgmental. A woman's past is less likely to define her entire identity. Adults tend to have more life experience and maturity, leading to a better understanding of human behavior and less judgment based on past actions. In adulthood, men often prioritize compatibility, shared values, and emotional connection over past behaviors. This can lead to more meaningful relationships. Pretty women labeled as promiscuous in high school often still find partners and marry. Women who face discrimination based on their appearance, uglyism, often struggle more with societal acceptance and finding partners. This highlights the persistent societal bias favoring physical attractiveness, which can overshadow other qualities and past behaviors. Because men want attractive women, period. The double standards of promiscuity, beauty, and societal perceptions. In contemporary society, the way women are perceived and judged often hinges on their physical appearance. A pretty woman can be promiscuous and still be taken seriously, while a woman who suffers from uglyism will face harsher judgments and is often not afforded the same respect. Beauty wields significant influence. Attractive women often receive preferential treatment, including how their behaviors are perceived. When a pretty woman is promiscuous, society often views her actions with fascination or admiration, labeling her as confident and empowered. This positive framing helps her maintain social standing despite her promiscuity. Conversely, women who suffer from uglyism, discrimination based on perceived unattractiveness, face harsher judgments. Their promiscuity is often stigmatized, seen as desperate or attention-seeking rather than confident. This double standard stems from societal biases equating beauty with worthiness and unattractiveness with inferiority. This is in no way to promote the promiscuity of pretty privileged women, but to bring to light a sad reality. In life, there are certain people who can get away with certain things and others who cannot. It's not fair, but it's real. So, if you are not as pretty as another girl, competing with her could be futile. It's essential to recognize that everyone has unique qualities and strengths that make them valuable. Suffering from uglyism can be challenging, but it's crucial not to let it drive negative behaviors like bullying. Instead of trying to infiltrate the lives of those perceived as more attractive or attempting to steal their identity, focus on embracing and enhancing your own individuality. Trying to steal boyfriends or pursuing a pretty girl's leftover men by being more sexually liberal or buying men gifts is not the answer. These actions often stem from a place of insecurity and can lead to unhealthy relationships. Pretty girls don't have to resort to such measures because their confidence and self-worth shine through naturally. If you had pretty privilege, you could have made these connections on your own, without resorting to such tactics. Accept your level of attractiveness and strive to be a good person, because being a good person will open more doors for you. Authenticity and self-acceptance are far more powerful than any superficial measures of beauty. By being true to yourself and treating others with kindness and respect, you can build genuine connections and a fulfilling life that reflects your true worth. Remember, confidence and inner beauty shine brighter than any external appearance. If you suffer from uglyism, being a horrible person only makes you look worse. Taking or sleeping with someone's man doesn't make you them or as pretty as them, it just makes you desperate. An actual pretty privileged woman can get her own man. And the man you think you won is usually trash that just found a sucker to lick. Because believe it or not, men can smell desperation on a woman. So, embrace who you are and let your character be the true measure of your beauty. Women have to pay attention to who they attract because that is a true measure of your level of attractiveness. It's not the men you approach, it's the men who approach you. Men don't like to hurt women's feelings, so when women approach men it may seem like he's responsive, but he is actually just being nice. But when a man approaches you, that shows genuine interest. If you only get a man to notice you by being or appearing to be promiscuous or offering him things like money or somewhere to live, he does not like you. You shouldn't have to exchange anything for a man's attention or love. You have to be real about the type of men that want you. I know we all want the top 1% of men, but we all can't have the top 1% of men. And I don't mean men who will sleep with you because most men will sleep with anyone, I mean men who commit and provide. That means marrying you and paying all the bills. What do you think? Are some people just not attractive to the people they like? Let me know in the comments section. Stay bougie.